Yes, sir. Ski just chike coming at you with the early morning video, guys. Well, it's not really that early. I think over here it's roughly like 8 or 7 a.m., but it's a Sunday, so here we go. Um, what I want to talk about is nutrient timing and how to get the bang for your buck when it comes down to nutrients and eating. So this video is for you if, how do I say this? If you're a guy who's constantly complaining about, I'm plateauing in the gym, I'm not getting enough, I can't get stronger, I'm just not getting bigger, I'm just not building strength, I'm just not getting there, man. Or you'll say some shit like, quote unquote, I eat all the time, but I just can't put on weight. I'm I'm just naturally like this. I can't put on weight. I can't put on muscle. Obviously, that's a lie because your body is made to put on muscle. It's made to be active. So there's obviously something wrong that you're doing. The whole notion that, oh, if I eat and do the right things, it's not gonna work. It's just not true. So I'm gonna tell you the right thing to do right now when it comes down to how to eat to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to working out. Okay, and this is strictly for people who are struggling and have plateaued with their nutrients and their fitness and basically building more strength. This is specifically if you want to build more strength and push more weight in the gym consistently. So let's just get to it. So what you want to do is you want to eat your 3 meals a day. You want to eat your 3 meals a day at the same exact time every single day. I recommend breakfast at 6 a.m., lunch at 11:45 to 12, and then dinner at 6 p.m. And then you do not want to eat anything after 6 p.m. You don't want to eat anything after 7 p.m. I'd recommend a protein shake after your dinner. You get that protein shake in, and then after that, it's 7 p.m. you go to sleep. Maybe you don't go to sleep at 7 p.m., but you don't eat anything after 7 p.m. And then let me backtrack a bit. Depending on when you schedule your workout within that day, it should be at least 4 to 5 days a week. Depending on when you schedule that workout in your day, you want to eat a 400 calorie I say 400 calories pretty good because that's what I did, so that's what I'm going to say. A 400 calorie snack 30 minutes to an hour before your workout. That's carbs. You want to eat carbs 30 minutes to an hour before your workout. If you're trying to push more weight, if you're trying to get more out of your resistance training, more burst style activities and more energy. Okay, that's the crowd that I'm speaking to right now. And so why do you want to do this? Well, these same guys who tell me, oh man, I eat a lot. I eat a lot, bro. I just can't put on weight. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, are you sure? Like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna believe you. I would give so many people the benefit of a doubt, but I was surprised about how many people actually don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I always try to make sure that I'm not one of them because I can find myself in that position too. But seeing as that I have the results and that I done this shit and I actually studied this stuff through NASM, and not only that, through like some books that I'm reading, like I actually know what I'm trying to convey to you here. The reason you don't want to do that is like those same guys that tell me that they snack all day and they think that it's them eating a lot. They snack all day and they think it's them. They're eating a bunch of food. And no, you're eating a bunch of garbage. You're eating a bunch of non-macronutrient foods. It's not food that gets you big. It's macros that get you big. It's the proteins, it's the fats, and it's the carbohydrates, and it's what you do with those carbohydrates that'll tell you what type of big you are. The guy, when you think about the people that you see that are on my 600-pound life, or that are 350 pounds, they ain't snacking all day. They big backing all day. They are mealing all day. That's what they're doing. They are mealing. They will have rotisserie chicken in the morning and then pizza for a snack. and then a Subway sandwich for lunch, and then rotisserie, and then a fried chicken bowl for a pre-snack, for a pre-dinner snack. That's how they eat. That's why they get big. You eating pistachios and Cheez-Its and gummy bears and what other snack that I, some Lay's, and then, you know, Oreos, and, you know, these different things. That stuff is unhealthy, and it's like, it'll probably get you fat, but you're not gonna get big. And I'm not telling you to eat in either of those fashions. What I'm telling you to eat is whole, nutrient dense, macronutrient dense foods: potatoes, chicken, fish, salmon, steak, red meats, stuff that is found in nature, stuff that God given you, the animals and the plants and the fruits of the field, right? And the sea and the sky, right? God gave us everything to eat. Unless you're a vegetarian, you disagree with me, which I got some stuff to say about y'all, but I'm not going to. But that's how you want to eat. So you need to eat these macronutrient dense foods 3 times a day. So when these people snack all day, what happens is, when it's time to eat breakfast, when it's time to eat lunch, and when it's time to eat dinner, they have basically fucked up their hunger response. Their hunger response is fucked up, and they don't actually eat all the food on their plate. They don't finish their food. Your body says, "Oh, I've had this. My insulin has been up all day. I'm not that hungry. Like I don't need this. I'm good." Meanwhile, your cells that are transporting proteins to and from your muscle fibers and everywhere else in your body, they're like, "Bro, we don't have shit to work with. Like I don't have anything to work with right now. Why are insulin levels up and I don't have anything to work with? You know what? Fuck it. I quit." And then you stay the same. You stay the exact same. They'll just say, "Fuck, I don't know what to do." What Oreo powder? They're like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna put it over here in the visceral fat pile. I don't know what else to do with this shit." Like, they're not giving me anything to work with here. That's what your cells in your body are doing. So in order to keep your, like, you know, when your mother told you to not spoil your appetite before meals, that's essentially what people are doing. And then they don't actually get the quality foods they need to build. It's the quality of the food too. So, not to beat a dead horse here, 3 times a day, breakfast, get your eggs and your your sausage and your fruit and all that. So get the nutrient dense foods that you need. Get the macronutrient dense foods that you need for the morning. For lunch, get your chicken breast or whatever, your rice wrapped in a tortilla, chipotle and marinated in whatever the hell. I'm getting hungry right now because it's morning. I need breakfast. But and then in dinner time, you have your meal for dinner time. The only trick is, this is what you want to add on. After you eat your 3 meals, what you want to do is get 400 calories worth of carbs into your system 30 minutes to an hour before your workout. Why? Because that's an extra energy boost. That is free pre-workout. You don't need bum energy, rise, ghost, all that stuff. You don't need that stuff. Pre-workout is simply caffeine to get you pumped. Okay, but if you want actual energy going to your muscles, the extra carbs and glucose that your muscle needs to function, to move, that's what you want to do. Because carbs will generate glucose. Carbs break down into glucose, and that glucose is sent directly to your energies, to your muscle energy reserves for immediate use. So when you eat that 400 calorie snack and then you go to the gym 30 minutes to an hour later, I recommend an hour later, you're going to put up more weight. And that's what I did consistently for a year. And I went from struggling with the 275 bench to hitting 315 for damn near 2 reps after like 2 months of doing that. So you're not eating properly. It always boils down to diet when people are in a plateau. You're not eating and resting properly. And not only that, but because your body is in a fasted state in between those breakfast, lunch, and dinner times, it's going to be hungry for any sort of nutrients that comes in. Hunger is a very important state. Hunger is a state in which your body's like, I'm gonna take whatever you give me, and I'm gonna do exactly what it is that the designer told me what to do with this fucking material. So if you're hungry and you decide to eat Twizzlers and snacks and ice cream because you're hungry, I'm gonna put it exactly where it belongs, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. So you have to let yourself get hungry. You have to let yourself desire food and then eat food that's vital for you to build what it is that you need to build. That's what you want to do, and you just got to make sure you're getting in the right amount of calories every day. But in other words, to summarize what it is I'm saying, don't snack in between your meals except 30 minutes to an hour before your workout, and I recommend 400 calories. And if you think 400 calories are hard to get in as a snack, you're not reading food labels, because we live in America, god damn it. A pack of Pop-Tarts is 400 calories. A larger pack of pistachios is 480 calories. So you riddle me that. You get you some. I don't like eating junk, but if you have 3 good macronutrient meals in a day and you decide to eat some Rice Krispies or maybe some potato or something, if you decide to eat some junk before the 30 minutes to an hour of the gym, I ain't nobody finna crucify you. But if you can find a healthy alternative, like maybe is that a spider? Whatever. Maybe some like potato or something like that that's just rich in carbs or whatever, then do that. That's what you want to do. However, I want to get into why this video may not be for you. This video is not for you if you're somebody who is actually this I think that doesn't really apply. I was gonna say I think this video isn't for you if you're somebody who is mainly just struggling with diet. It can be for you if you're mainly just struggling with diet, depending on if you're overweight or underweight. But I think even if you apply this method in either of those categories, then it'll still show some benefit. It's just that if you're severely like overweight, or you're not consistent enough in the gym. If you're not consistent enough in the gym, if you haven't been going 5 days a week for a month, then this does not apply to you. You probably just need to go to the gym more. You're going to see your noob gains. If you're a noob in the gym, this doesn't really apply to you as much. There we go. If you're a noob in the gym, this isn't really for you. Okay, but you can use this to your advantage to try and get the best bang for your buck. But that's it for the video, guys. I'm not going to drag it on too long. If you have any fitness questions, and if you're wondering, oh, what should I eat, or what workouts should I do, drop a comment, or you can DM me on my Instagram. I am in the process of making a dedicated fitness page, but right now it is my personal page. So I will leave a link down below. And you can message me on my Instagram if you want to get some fitness advice, or if you want to set up a consultation or a call, then we can talk about that and pricing and timing and stuff like that, because I'm very busy. I am active duty military, so I don't have a whole lot of time. But with all that being said, guys, go ahead. Make sure you send your biceps to Helheim. All right, guys. Make sure you go ahead, get the nutrients in so that you can be Demon Lord one day. All right, just Chike signing out.